If you find yourself constantly distracted while studying, dozing off when reading, watching videos at 2x speed, and endlessly scrolling through short videos, if you know something's not good for you but can't stop wasting time on it, if you know you should be doing something more meaningful but keep getting drawn in by quick hits of pleasure and stimulation, then your attention span has likely taken a serious hit. From a psychological perspective, this often traces back to childhood trauma, especially growing up in an environment lacking healthy communication. If one of your parents or caregivers was emotionally unstable, instead of understanding and guiding you through problems, they might have responded with criticism, scolding, or punishment, demanding complete obedience. For instance, they might have blown up at you for leaving a light on without explaining the importance of saving electricity. Small mistakes like breaking a cup or getting clothes dirty would trigger their anger, leading to lengthy lectures. To avoid punishment, you learn to walk on eggshells, afraid to speak up or take action, constantly fearful of setting off your parents. Over time, this made you hypersensitive to any slight change in your environment, making you more easily distracted than others. As an adult, you're probably more afraid of making mistakes and get anxious over minor issues. Your mind goes blank during tests when facing difficult questions, or you freeze up after small errors at work. You always seem a step behind, and even small things like overspending slightly or getting a less than perfect test score feel like massive disasters, leaving you anxious all day. You get caught in thought spirals, overthinking everything, but ultimately taking no action. So how do we improve our ability to take action? Often we struggle because we're trying to jump straight from zero to perfection. We're always told to do things right, but rarely told that doing things right means gradual improvement, not instant perfection. When you measure yourself against some idealized standard, the gap feels so overwhelming that you can't even start. These ideals don't exist in reality, but when we act based on our current capabilities and gradually work toward our ideals, the gap starts closing. And that closing gap is what we call progress. So just start doing something and improve as you go. There's no need to aim for a perfect score right from the beginning. As for dealing with childhood trauma's impact, remind yourself, I'm grown now. I'm no longer that helpless child who was yelled at and punished. I can protect myself from harm now. This isn't an easy process. Ingrained patterns don't change overnight, but recognizing the issue means change has already begun. Moving forward, choose to support yourself in whatever challenges you face. Prioritize your own needs. If someone mistreats you, speak up. Standing up for yourself won't necessarily lead to harsher consequences. Instead, it helps establish healthy boundaries. Supporting yourself is really about healing that wounded inner child.